wide the doors to let in the light, bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Here we go. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light, bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. Oh, I understand now what I'm here for and what this life is about. What this life is about. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light, bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Here we go. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service.
Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. How'd you like those fireworks? Thank you, Joseph, for coming up with all these interesting and innovative ways to brighten up and cheer up our service, our celebration service. Welcome to Unity Comox Valley. Thank you for joining in this celebration service. Thank you for being part of this spiritual community. You know, we are a spiritual community, which is different from other types of groups. Some groups come together because they have a common interest or a hobby. So you might belong to a hiking club or a gardening club or a bridge group or something like that. So that's a group of people that come together because they have a similar and a common interest. And then there's groups that come together in particular circumstances with a need. When I was at Unity Village studying to be a licensed Unity teacher, a few of us stayed at the village over the weekend before our final exams. And together we studied and we grilled each other on the history of Unity and the film wars and metaphysical interpretation of the Old Testament and all those kinds of things. And we formed a group, a beautiful group in that time. And since that time, you know, we've had very little contact with each other. It was a beautiful group that came together under a very certain and specific circumstances. And then there's something called spiritual community, which is a different kind of group because it's not based in common interests or circumstances or needs or interests. It's really based on spiritual principles. And a group of very wide variety of people from all different backgrounds, experiences, points of view can come together and form a spiritual community because it's not based on our personalities or our humanness. It's based on something much greater than ourselves, which is our spiritual principles. One of them being that we know that we share the common experience of being a spiritual being, of having a divine nature. So this is what Unity Comox Valley is. It's a spiritual community. Right now we're not able to meet in person, so does that matter? When we are one in spirit, when we are called to show up differently in these times, of course we miss each other. Of course we would rather be in person. That's understood. I'm not trying to diminish that. And yet there is still a strong bond that we all share together. So thank you for being part of this spiritual community. Let's just bring that thought into our opening prayer. Would you join me, please? And so we breathe together in that in that knowing, in that truth of our oneness. There's only one presence in the universe, and it is us. Our divinity, our spiritual nature, the connecting place where we are one with all good, with all possibilities, with infinite potential. Whenever circumstances or situations feel like they're closing in on us, we can always remember that we are greater than any of this. That we are unlimited. That in our minds and hearts there is no lack. In spirit it is all good. It is all well. And so for this knowing and for our willingness to step into it, to align ourselves with that truth, for all of this we give thanks. And so it is. Amen. I trust you are enjoying hearing the daily word read by some of our community members. So right now we're going to hear Brian Alert read the daily word for Sunday, September 27th.
Hi, I'm Brian. It's my pleasure to be reading for you the September 27th daily word reading, and it's about faith. The affirmation, with faith, nothing is impossible for me. With gratitude, I use my faith to trust in the good that is always present, even when it is not yet manifested. As I pray with faith, I concern the truth that always endures through even the most difficult circumstances. As I concentrate on harmony and love, all thoughts of lack, limitation, and discord simply dissolve. As I speak with faith, I use positive words to express my belief in myself and others as divine beings. As I act with faith, I access deep, lasting strength and fortitude that help me surmount any challenges. Inspired by faith, I move forward with confidence. Nothing is impossible for me. The scripture reading comes from Matthew chapter 17 and verse 20. If you have faith in the size of a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. With faith, nothing is impossible for me.
I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude of gratitude. I thank the universe for each new day, whether it's sunny or it's pouring rain. In any situation, time or place, my grateful heart creates a state of grace. Yeah, 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 I got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude of gratitude. The darkness taught me how to praise the light. Wrongness makes me hunger for what's right. Now there's not any place where I don't see heaven's blessings pouring down on me. Yeah, 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 I got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an
Today's talk is from Randy Jacobs. You'll remember that Randy was with us for 4 months last year as the last part of her requirements for her ministerial program, and she was ordained as a Unity minister in June. When she left us here in January, she went back to her home in Ontario, prepared to speak, be a guest speaker at the many Unity centers around the province, and also to continue her work and her passion as a workshop facilitator on the topic of suicide prevention. She was ready to dive in. As you know, Randy is a very energetic and enthusiastic person. Since March, she has not been able to fulfill this passion of hers. She has, not being able to speak and not being able to do her workshops. So she was a little bit, not that happy about that. Randy is also a director on the board of directors for Unity Canada, so I do get to talk with her quite a bit. But recently, just a few weeks ago, she has an opportunity that she has taken up. The Ontario government had offered her a 6-month contract to do her work on suicide prevention up north. So she's taken it. She is north of Thunder Bay right now. She confided in me, this was not the plan. She said, I really wanted to spend the winter in Victoria, and instead I'll be up north. But she is so grateful to be able to pursue her passion from 9 to 5 days a week for 6 months in the communities that she'll be serving. Let's see, what else here? I love hearing from her, both audibly, on telephone calls, and her willingness to share her videos with us as she continues to speak on our series of the 12 powers, or the 12 spiritual gifts. And so she is going to talk about zeal today. And isn't that just perfect for Randy?
Hey everybody, this is a fun time because we're going to be talking about our 12th power, zeal. Now, zeal is a power that is a lot of fun and has a lot of zip to it. I really like it because it's all about energy, it's all about passion, enthusiasm. It's about getting going. And I would consider that zeal is kind of a Kickstarter, because it has been said that zeal really gets a lot of the other 12 powers going. And I think that that is so true. When we connect to our 12 powers and gain more of an awareness of them, it's important that we really feel into them. Feel into them. And when it comes to the 12th power of zeal, as far as I'm concerned, we need to feel it and zeal it. That's what it's all about. Actually live it and embody it. So I'd like you to come along with me while I explore what some people have said. Some scholars, some people who have really studied metaphysics in terms of what the 12th power of zeal is all about, the benefits of expressing it, and how we can incorporate it in our life. Linda Martella Whitsitt, in the book Divine Audacity, talks about zeal as being enthusiasm. It is our eagerness for life, our interest in and optimism about our intentions and our plans. As is true with all of our spiritual abilities, zeal is natural to us. Spiritual zeal is the harnessing of enthusiasm as a propellant into purposeful living. Zeal is an attitude of forwardness and courageousness. Zeal is single-minded devotion to one's purpose. Zeal is our rightful power of enthusiasm, audacity, and devotion. And then in this great book, Divine Audacity, Linda Martella Whitsitt talks about practices that we can do to cultivate the 12th power of zeal. She mentions meditation, using the word zeal, positive affirmations in which the word zeal is used. And if you're a journaler, you might like to journal and reflect on the 12th power of zeal. And when you journal, you'll be able to look back over time and see how your awareness maybe has changed of that power of zeal, and maybe how you're increasingly using that in your life. She also mentions that having little objects, little signs around as a reminder of this tremendous power of zeal that you can look at from time to time that remind you of what you're increasing your awareness of. And I think that those are really good ideas. Last year, I went to 2 different churches that happen to have big bookstores with lots of little gifts that you can buy. The first one I went to had little crystals and stones and all kinds of little gifts that you could buy around the 12 powers. Imagine my surprise when I looked for zeal, and zeal was gone. That sounds funny, doesn't it? But zeal was gone from the little gift shop. And I asked the cashier about it, and she says zeal goes really fast. She says we have to order so many of them, but every time we get them in, they go really fast. So I thought, maybe there's a lot of people working on zeal, or people are really attracted to the 12th power of zeal and want to have it in their life. Then I went to another bookstore, and again, zeal was gone. There was lots of little gifts with other 12 powers on them, but zeal was gone. So I asked the bookstore manager what that was about. And she said people were really liking the power of zeal. And it made them feel stronger to have it in their life. And they found that when they were getting a little gift for a friend, that anything that reminded the friend of zeal was a very welcome gift to give. So I thought that was kind of cool. So if you go to a Unity bookstore and you're kind of just shopping around, a little crystal or a stone with zeal seems like it's very popular if you're going to use it as a gift. And if you find one, it might be something you want to buy for yourself as a little reminder to have around. Last year I went to a couple of different churches, and these were larger churches. And as is my practice when I'm at churches, I like to look around, kind of a 3D look, to see what other churches are doing for their members. And in one church I was at, they had great big posters on the wall about each of the 12 powers with a description of what the power is about, a little bit about the color of the power, that sort of thing. And I thought that that was a really, really good idea. And as I looked on a shelf that they had little 12 powers cards. And I picked them up, and they were just like this. And yes, there was only one zeal card left, so I grabbed it. So what it says on the card is zeal is the ability to be enthusiastic, be passionate, to start, to motivate. And the affirmation is, I enthusiastically accept my good and go forward to achieve my purpose. So this was something that this church didn't take a lot of money, and is a little reminder for people and a nice little takeaway that anybody that comes to visit the church can come and pick up all of them. And I would suggest they do more zeal cards, but they can come and pick up more cards, and then they can take them home, and then they can affirm, do the affirmations on them. They can look at them as a reminder, carry them with them. And just, it's something that I think is a good practice in churches to have little takeaways like this for people so that they can increase their education and their knowledge about the 12 powers.
Orange, orange, orange. The color for zeal is said to be orange. And I think that is so appropriate because orange is such a vibrant, vibrant color. And the zeal represents the ability to get started, to be motivated, to be passionate. And it is said to be located at the back of the head, the medulla, the brain stem.
You know, it has been said that our 12th power of zeal is like an inner flame that burns brightly within us. And I believe that our purpose here on earth is to discover who and what we are, and we are on that journey. And the greatest work that we can do is work on ourselves. If you'd like to find out more about the power of zeal, there's all kinds of information on the internet where you can educate yourself more about these powers that are divinely yours. And as you go about your day, you set goals for yourself. Bring some zeal along. Zeal is fun. Zeal is an energetic part of the journey. And as you continue to develop zeal, it will just expand your experience of it exponentially. So if you remember nothing else when it comes to zeal, remember this. It is important that you feel it and that you zeal it. And I'll leave you with that. Wishing you a great day, everybody. My pleasure to spend time with you. And I wish you great journeys using the power of zeal. See you later.
You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. I'm a blessing to the world. I'm a blessing to the. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the heart, I am the hands. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the heart, you are the hands. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the heart, we are the hands. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the heart, I am the hands. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the heart, you are the hands. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the heart.
Charles Fillmore, our Unity co-founder, said this about zeal. Man is a dynamo of pent-up power. Zeal is the affirmative impulse of existence. Its command is go forward. And he says we are never to repress the impulse, the force, the zeal welling up within us. We are to commune with it in spirit and praise it for its great energy and efficiency in action. But at the same time, we are to analyze and direct its course. And many of the teachings talk about that zeal needs to be tempered with wisdom. And Charles gives this example. He says, watch the first pull of a giant locomotive. Note how it slowly but steadily moves forward, almost by inches at first, but gradually increasing, until its mile-long train swiftly disappears in the distance.
Our 12 powers are inherent. And Linda Martella-Whitsett says, we come fully loaded with every ability. Our spiritual abilities are invisible, vibratory, non-physical energies that can be stimulated and sensed. Although our spiritual abilities are natural to us, they exist in potential until they are recognized, activated, and developed. And the reason that we need to develop them as spiritual beings is because every one of our spiritual abilities has deeper and broader means of expression that, when developed under the direction of our divine identity, produce potent effects in our lives, in our communities, and in the world. They are so very powerful. We are light, and we are meant to express our light and let our light shine. And one of the ways that we can do that is by developing our 12th power of zeal. And we can use zeal in our daily lives. Sometimes when people are going through their lives, they start to feel like maybe there's some other calling for them. They're not sure what it is, but they feel like there's some other divine purpose for them. And if that's happening for you, maybe now is the time to spend some time going deeper within and asking, what is mine to do? What am I meant to be doing at this point? And Terry Guillemetz has a really good quote that I think is so appropriate when it talks about moving forward and what you're passionate about. And it goes like this: chase down your passion like it's the last bus of the night. So if you've been thinking that maybe you want to change course a little bit, or if you want to reinvent yourself, just take hold of that quote. Chase down your passion like it's the last bus of the night. And maybe now is the time for you to move forward on whatever your divine purpose is.
You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. I'm a blessing to the world. I'm a blessing to the. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the heart, I am the hands. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the heart, you are the hands. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the heart, we are the hands. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the heart, I am the hands. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the heart, you are the hands. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the heart, I am the hands. You are.
Thank you, Randy, for that peaceful prayer. The thought for the day is a poem that Diane Jung sent us, and so I'd like to read that to you now. The title is called Love of the World. The author is Charlotte Tall Mountain. For the love of a tree, she went out on a limb. For the love of the sea, she rocked the boat. For the love of Mother Earth, she dug deeper. For the love of community, she mended fences. For the love of the stars, she let her light shine. For the love of spirit, she nurtured her soul. For the love of a good time, she sowed seeds of happiness. For the love of a good meal, she gave thanks. For the love of family, she reconciled differences. For the love of herself, she acknowledged her own self-worth, and the world was richer. Thank you, Diane, for sharing that with us. There are a number of ways that you can stay connected and feel part of this spiritual community. If you have a thought for the day, something similar to this, please email it to me at info@unitycomoxvalley.com. You can read the daily word, like Brian did today. You can make a song request. Swing Wide the Doors and the Attitude of Gratitude were both requests that 2 of you sent in. You can receive our weekly newsletter. All of this, you can just let me know by emailing me at info@unitycomoxvalley.com. Unity Comox Valley exists as a catalyst of spiritual growth and spiritual transformation. We are here to support and serve you. So stay in touch. Let us know how we are doing. We are here for you. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your feedback and your ideas. Thank you for staying in the flow of giving and receiving. And in so doing, we feel the blessings all around us. So please join me in our love offering affirmation. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. I would like to close with a prayer that was sent to us from Silent Unity, and this is what they say. Dear friends in Unity, uniting with you in prayer, the shared experience of divine light and love erases our illusion of separateness and brings us together in heart and mind. Our hearts rejoice because we can share in sacred prayer. As we pray with you, we envision each of you as expressions of light, your radiance blessing one another and your communities. The light of spirit shining from within heals, guides, prospers, and transforms every life. We affirm for you and everyone you hold in prayer, divine light, glowing in your hearts, illuminating your thoughts, shining in your words, and flowing from your fingertips, uplifts and blesses you now. And so it is. Amen. I'll see you next week. Namaste. And now for our closing song.
I'm not worried about tomorrow. Today I declare freedom from yesterday and mistakes of the past. Today all things are made brand new. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? I can change my reality by changing my mind. Perfect peace, joy, and happiness is yours and it's mine. I am loved and so are you. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? Let me hear you sing, all is well, all is well. Divine Spirit